Give us 2 minutes and we've done podcast. We want to welcome with our co-host Charles Kane and Mike Washington and Todd Hunt. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's been a rough week for the Lions. We're losing some more people. But, first of all, what kind of game was that with the Rams and 49ers? I mean, these are two perennial teams. And I had to turn it off. It was so bad.
Well, I used to root for the Rams at one time because their head coach used to be on our coaching staff. He could have actually stayed with us and been our head coach. I guess they thought he was too young or just probably didn't have the belief in him. But I think that first and second year, something like that, whatever, he went to the Super Bowl. He left us and went and coached for the first time in his life as a head coach and took his team to the Super Bowl. So, so I used to like the Rams, but I watched them and I sometimes wonder what's going on. Is it that, he's disenchanted? Is it players on the team that feel like, he's too young? I don't know what it is, but and then Green Bay, man, I like Jordan Love. At one time I was looking for us to get, before the draft. I was like, man, if we have to get a quarterback that's already established, I like to have Jordan Love. You know what I mean? I thought Jordan Love was a good.
So now you jump to that Packers Seahawks game. Jordan Love he's getting his stride.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me go back. You're right. I'm sorry because the Rams is playing who?
The 49ers.
The
49ers, right.
And just a correction to you, Mike. It wasn't the first year. It was the second year they traded for Matthew Stafford.
Right. Okay.
That's when they went to the Super Bowl because they sent Goff to Detroit.
Right. Okay. And then I think even his third year though they still was good because I think it was 2 years in a row though that they was I was like, oh my God, that is
crazy. And it might have been the third year that they went to the Super Bowl. I think it wasn't the first year. They came close the first year with Matthew Stafford, and I think it was the third.
No, they came close with Jared Goff.
Let's look it
up. They won with Matthew Stafford.
Let's check the Google. Let's find out what's
okay.
Google saying.
But I tell you, what do you think about the fact that the main thing is the NFL's breathing a little harder because the Chiefs and the Browns? I mean,
what do you mean?
Patrick Mahomes hurting himself.
Yeah, hey man. Well, no, he ain't hurt himself. He got hurt. I mean, like when you die or commit suicide, it's two different things. But check this out. The thing about it is he didn't. It's gonna be interesting now.
He got tackled.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting now though, Todd, because I'm not a hater, but I'm tired of the Chiefs. Okay. And I like Andy Reid. I do. I like Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a great coach.
You're tired of Taylor Swift. That's what's happening. You're tired.
No, I'm tired of the Kansas City Chiefs before she got there. Then she just made it even harder to watch.
Mike, you're sounding like a hater right now, bro.
Hey man, whatever. So, but my thing is this though. Because what they did, well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm a hater on it right there because everybody was talking about, oh man, all the Swifties they're gonna get behind Kamala, but really though, I don't care nothing about that for real. But they didn't need they had no need of having the camera on her as much as they did during those games. But then you see she stopped showing up, and then of course she blamed it on I got to work when her boyfriend started dropping passes and they were coming close because they
too much pressure on them.
Yes, they won 3 games because two teams missed the field goal, and then one time they made a field goal that bounced off the uprights and bounced into the goal post. So I was like, come on, man. That was 3 games that they could have lost that they won. And so I think people's like, y'all starting to show y'all vulnerability. But the thing, go ahead.
But the thing about it is, just change the subject slightly. I mean, here we are, Chiefs and Browns, and somehow the Bengals are still back in it for some reason.
Yeah, man. The Bengals, the Bengals. Look, we beat the Bengals. Okay, and people say, oh, well. It made all kind of excuses. The Bengals were contenders a year or 2 ago. You know what I mean? I mean, and it's funny because I never thought that the AFC was as strong as the NFC anyway. And
Uh-oh.
so, and no, wait a minute. And then, here come the Chiefs, coming in and they're doing their thing. But the NFC, they host both of our teams.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, I've always thought the NFC teams,
Mm-hmm.
the NFC East, West, North, and South were all strong teams. The AFC side, they always had the same, the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Steelers,
Yeah.
the Bills,
Mm-hmm.
right, and the Lions just became
Oh, you're gonna bring that
well,
bad.
let me back up because they're not the AFC. The AFC teams that I was naming were always the same ones, right? And
Yes.
so when the Chiefs took over and
Mm-hmm.
started dominating, I was like, man, this is crazy, man. And then, like everything else, you start getting the calls because it's like the Michael Jordan effect.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan could play, but come on, man, he don't foul, he don't walk, he don't double dribble, he
Mm-hmm.
don't, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, I'm with you because I'm a Piston fan, and I did not like Michael Jordan.
right, like most people, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that is an umpire or referee shirt that Charles has on. Some people say that's a Kansas City Chief jersey.
You know, Charles, you look good in that Kansas City Chiefs jersey right now.
Well, one thing in this last 25 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes is dangerous. If you can remember, he hurt his ankle
Mm-hmm.
and played in 2 playoffs games,
Yep.
and they went to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
So you can't underestimate that guy because he's hurt, because he'll go out there and play hurt.
And he's that guy. At the end of the day, he's still Patrick Mahomes, even with your no-name receivers or broke-down receivers or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call what he's got now, and
Yeah.
no
Okay.
running back. But I
Right.
know we up to the minute. Okay, we got that. But here we go with the Ravens Giants. We won't talk about that because everybody expected that outcome. Your favorite team, the Cowboys against the Panthers. The Panthers finally showed up. Then you got an interesting game, the Jets and the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers showed up, but the Cowboys won.
No. The Panthers, they showed up is they showed up as the Panthers, like we've
Right.
always known them to be.
Right. They are they showed us that they are who we thought they are.
Okay.
We don't know what they were doing the other week. They're like, oh,
Right.
they might have
Right.
something going on. Then
Right.
they finally showed up with the Cowboys. Like, oh, well,
Exactly.
I don't
Well,
know. Yeah.
well, I'll tell you right now, Charles. No, we got 2 of their dynamite defensive players with Jeremy Chin and Frankie Louvu. So minus those 2, you would expect that. Now, offensively, I don't know what they lost or didn't, but on that defensive side, man,
We also got this center
yeah,
from Dallas.
exactly. That's right. Who?
So you want to go straight to the Commanders Saints game that you won by 1 point? Is that what you're trying to do, Mike?
Who, me? No, that's Charles. I'm just saying you was talking about the Carolina Panthers. I was just telling you what their problem is right now. That's all.
I mean, and it's true.
Yeah.
Since we're gonna go move on from that, the Commanders and Saints.
But no, wait. Let's go back to these boys. Cause see, now I was told, because I have a brother. I have one brother. See, it's 5 of us. I got one brother that he loves the Dallas Cowboys.
How do you get out the house?
Listen. First of all, it's not his fault. He was running. My mother said stop running, and he turned around to see what she was talking about and fell down and hit his head. I guess because my mother, my father, and the other 3 brothers, we all are Commanders fans. I'm talking about if you cut us, a little bit of burgundy and gold blood will come out inside of us. Now, Marvin, my brother Marvin, told us Thanksgiving that they were going to beat the Houston Texans, which they didn't, but they was going to beat the Houston Texans, and that was going to start their rally to come back and roll right on through. And so I don't know what he was talking about, and I don't think he knew what he was talking about either. But my whole thing is, we know what happened. Okay, now, so with that being said, they're out of it. Okay, period. They're out of it. But he told me the other day that you guys made it by the skin of your teeth with the Saints, and that's because the Saints have nothing to lose. So my response to him was, That's why I'm afraid to play y'all again. And so I knew that would make him mad. But what happened was he was like, well, see, that's what I'm saying. But at first, you were telling me that they're going to win all their games in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
If they had the playoffs,
Yep.
they're going to buy a ticket to get there. That's for sure.
So we're getting waved on here. So we're gonna talk real quick to Texans, Dolphins. Interesting. The Broncos, Colts,
Mm-hmm.
as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, Steelers. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Look like the Steelers got put in their place. The
Yeah.
Cardinals, Patriots. You kind of figured it out. Buccaneers, Chargers. Now that was a
Mm-hmm.
little different.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Packers, Seahawks,
Mm-hmm.
the Bears, Vikings. I mean, the
Yes.
Vikings showed up.
Yep.
And then you had another ugly game, the Falcons against the Raiders.
Right.
I mean, do they need to change a quarterback or not down there in Falcon Lane? Because you were just in
Well,
Atlanta. What were they saying before we talk about our two favorite teams?
well. So let's go to Atlanta. Atlanta, and I'm picking them only because I watched a little bit of that game last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to date the show, but we watched it Monday night game, and so interestingly, uh, Kirk Cousins is who I thought he was. Okay, he's not my cousin, and then also, yeah, also, if you put the pressure on, he'll throw that ball to anybody. I don't care what color jersey, man. He gonna throw the ball to you, but um for some reason, they were still in the contending spots of being, see, that's what I'm talking about with those other sides
Mm-hmm.
of the coin. These dudes got 6-7 records. Right.
Yeah.
Who else played last night? They got a weak record.
Well,
But
you got the Bears, Vikings, and Bears. They
yeah,
don't tell them what's going on with that.
but I'm saying, like on the NFC side, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of teams have 9 and above winning records,
Okay.
and then you have some 7-game wins and 6-game wins, and they're still leading their divisions.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just crazy.
it was
But they,
crazy.
and also in the wild card hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
Washington
Exactly.
have to keep winning.
You
Well,
got a lot of bottom dwellers in there.
Well, exactly.
So
And,
now we're gonna get on your Washington Commanders and Saints game before we get with my Lions team real quick.
okay.
So what did you think about that? That 1 point win
Well, see, it wouldn't have
against
been
the
a one
Saints?
point. It wouldn't have been a 1 point. First of all, again, let me say this: the Saints have a good defense, so let's stop this against the Saints. Now, Carr just happened to get
The
hurt.
backup coach.
Yeah, but that's right. Well, again, that's not my fault. I mean, they say if you on the sideline, you a pro. Okay, so you a coach.
Okay, just
I don't
say-
care if
just
you're
make a
interim
point.
coach or whatever. But now the Saints have had a good defense, and of course we have Marshawn Lattimore that actually used to play with them just a few weeks ago. He debuted yesterday, or I should say Sunday, with us, and he shut down their top receiver, which that's what we brought him into our camp for anyway. He's a shutdown cornerback by far. But the whole thing about it is that we won by 1 point, but the referees ended up making a mistake by letting the clock stop at 9 seconds. But we'll talk about it a little later.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to our last game, the Lions and the Bills. It was a high scoring game. I was surprised the Lions, made it a game when they figured out that they could score against them. For a while, they let the Bills kind of get a lead with some interesting decisions, we'll call it.
Well, their quarterback thinks that he's a slasher. Remember, I think what did we call the guy that played with Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Slash,
Cordell Stewart. You know what I mean? Because he'll run the ball on you in a second. That's for sure. But now my thing is, you can't be trying to run the ball like you're a back and then expect the quarterback calls when you get hit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times this dude gives his body up a lot of times, man, when he's out there running.
And we lost our running back.
Yeah.
So, Detroit's losing a lot of people.
How important that you think that is? Because I tried to use that as our excuse.
It's important to Detroit because we do have a good running back behind
It's
them.
important to every team, Todd.
Detroit has a two two tandem.
Yeah,
Which one did you lose, Montgomery or?
Montgomery. We lost Montgomery.
Okay, all right.
And he's the hammer. You know what I'm saying? When we want to change up pace, we use the other, and it's part of our scheme. Detroit is a team. It's not like we got Patrick Mahomes on it, and it kind of showed up in there because I
But
mean,
y'all
our
got a good
defense is
quarterback. Now,
decimated.
listen, stop. Hey man, go ahead with the woe is me. Y'all got a good team. Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah,
So okay, now everybody loses players. Okay,
yeah.
because we lost our starting running back against the Dallas Cowboys, and nobody gave us no backseat ride. They was like, y'all lost to the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
but Mike, your
Yes.
quarterback has a better ceiling. He's just
Mhm.
going to get better. We don't know how far he can go. We know Jared Goff's ceiling. We pretty much kind of he is what he is. Your guy
Y'all still y'all
compensate for that. He can run. You know, we still don't even know all of his stuff yet. So you guys got more hope in that standpoint. And the NFL's trying to figure out when he makes those leaps and changes. Okay, what does he know next? He hasn't leveled off yet.
don't make me do this, but I'm gonna do this.
Okay,
Do
okay.
not compare Jaden Daniels to Jared Goff. Okay.
Two
Period. Okay.
di-
You
two
understand me?
different two different players.
That's right. A black quarterback and a white quarterback. I'm gonna do it. See, Charles, I'm gonna do it. Listen to right now. Don't compare them white boys to the brothers. Okay. They can't do what we can do. But anyway, I'll
You save your comments to the 2 minute drill.
yeah, yes.
And like I said, it's interesting. How many more minutes we have there on the seconds there, Charles?
You'll hear the whistle.
Okay,
You'll hear the whistle.
we'll hear the whistle here. So, out of all the games, what was the most
Hmm.
intriguing one that you thought outside of the Commanders
Hmm.
and the Lions? Which one
Hmm.
hit you the
Well,
most?
well, I watched. It wasn't so intriguing, but it just irritated me. I watched the Chicago Bears team, and I was trying to pull for
The black coach,
nah, but
Caleb Williams.
Williams, and so but it's hilarious that you let a Heisman Trophy winner stay up on the block when you could have selected him. I don't know what they was thinking. I don't know. I mean, yes, Caleb himself was a Heisman Trophy winner,
Mhm.
but I don't know how they did it. So I wanted to see last night, what am I missing? And it's nothing
Well,
at all.
he also got bad coaching on top of that. At the end of the day, I mean, let's just say he was when because he's a head coach now,
Hmm.
he can't
Hmm.
work with Caleb. He's got to let
Yeah,
somebody else work with him. He got to work with the rest
right.
of the team. And I think that's hurting them now versus helping them. And so now you have a different situation going on here.
Hmm.
It was great when he was selected as the offensive coordinator, but now he's the
Hmm.
head coach. That's
Right,
a lot to throw on somebody in a season. From a
right,
quarterback's coach to offensive coordinator to a head coach, a lot
right.
of learning curves in there.
Yeah, but most of the time the head coach is not really
Two
doing too much of
minute,
nothing.
Oh,
two
we got the two
minute.
minute drill. Okay, so who we gonna go, Charles? Who you gonna flip the coin
Hey
for?
man, this is getting on my nerves because we not able to finish nothing, so we're gonna have to end up getting more time. That's for sure.
You
Because
get more.
people gonna be saying, "Do y'all know what y'all talking about? Y'all have never finished
One of
nothing."
these shows ain't gonna have no time if you don't
Yeah,
stay in
we're
the
gonna have 5
pocket.
minutes. Okay, we done. We really
Okay,
done and out.
that's right. That's
Right,
right.
right. The
That's
two.
right.
Let's
Okay.
give us your 2 minutes, Todd.
Okay, my 2 minutes gonna be real quick. You saw what the Detroit Lions are, right? We're a
Mm-hmm.
very good team.
Mm-hmm.
We're not feeling sorry for ourselves, a lot of injuries, but this goes back to my thing. Part of playing hard is also looking out for your players.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say, hey, I got to protect my players from themselves and stuff. So it's great to play hard, great to do all those things, but that kind of pressure, you're going to get a lot of injuries and stuff. So, like I said, I think our coach, he's learning.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he gets smarter every week. You
Mm-hmm.
saw him, it wasn't a bad idea when you really think about when he went for the onside kick at that point in time because we weren't stopping nobody at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But, however, that kind of pressure on the team starts hurting them over time and it can make a team, but it can also break a team. I'm
Right.
done. Your turn, Mike.
My turn. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll wait for the boss to give me my signal because I ain't want to, Anyway, let me say this. Let me start off by saying this. You guys are what, 11-3 or 11-4? What, 11,
Two.
11-2?
Mike is pushing for a penalty.
No, I got a minute and 45 seconds. Okay. I'm looking at I start my clock. I'm watching. You ain't gonna cheat me today. So here we go. First of all, I watched y'all and I wanted y'all to win. Y'all lost to the Bills. I don't like the Bills. I wanted y'all to beat the Bills for another whole reason. But anyway, you know, you asked me a question about the Commanders, and I don't know if Charles realized this himself, but it was two penalties that were called in that game that was flaky. One of them was a no call when Scary Terry was interfered with, and they should have called that, right? So they called a touchdown back on us and said our guy was holding. Now, when they ended up looking like they was rallying back in the last few seconds or whatever the case may be, there wouldn't have been no play. There would have been no play for them to score a touchdown to worry about hitting the 2-point conversion had they started the clock. The clock stopped. The referee said he apologized. Ain't no apology because had they scored that 2-point conversion, it would have been a loss. So we didn't just win by 1 point. We got out of there by the skin of our teeth because we played the Saints and the refs, and that was hard. I was supposed to be at that game. That's why it was so hard for them because I noticed that every game I've been at, we've won the game. Now, with the exception of the Chicago Bears, that was a Hail Mary pass. But I have been to just about all of the home games and watched what they were doing. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going Sunday because it's going to be 31 degrees.
Oh, come on, Mike. Come on, man. You know, you're from DC. You're from a hard side.
Yep. And that's exactly why I have a house with heat in it because I got sense. It'll be the same. What I'll do is I'll say a prayer for him and touch the TV, and hopefully it'll go through. Because your boy won't be there with 31 degrees. I'm telling you right now. My hands got cold at a 42 degrees game, so I know at 31 degrees, at 62 years old, nah, I ain't doing that.
All right. That
Well,
is a wrap.
well, thank you, Charles, and thank you, Mike. Oh, yeah, what you gonna say, Charles?
Just want to know, Mike will be home. So where are you? Your next show?
Okay, so real quick, I am home for the holidays. Thank you, Jesus. I have a few days off, and we will jumpstart and kick this season off, the 2025 season, which Cheryl is now calling. We're going from the grown and sexy to the mix and mingle.
Mix and mingle. Oh, you're gonna hook people up.
January the 3rd, January the 3rd through the 5th. I do not know what that title means yet. But we will be at the DC Improv the 3rd through the 5th. And tickets are really, I'm serious, tickets are really going fast. So if you're listening to me, get your tickets. Buy somebody a ticket for Christmas. Buy somebody you don't know a ticket for Christmas. Just come out there and have a good time.
And if you're single, it's time to mingle. Get the love doctor. Mike is gonna hook you up.
I'm not gonna hook nobody up. I'm just gonna make them laugh. I ain't trying to hook nobody up. I'm trying to stay hooked up myself.
Well, folks, we want to thank you for give us 2 minutes and we done podcast. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Charles. Till next week. Hopefully the Lions will go back to their winning ways.
Y'all will.
And like I said, the Commanders, they won. We'll see what happens, y'all, next week.
Yeah, because we play the Eagles, baby.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. Till next time, we'll see you on the podcast. Give us 2 minutes. We done.